Welcome back. Kayode Alayande takes over now to bring us today's sports news.
Welcome to Sports News. Enrique Lopez Perez has emerged champion of the 2016 Lagos International Tennis Open, tagged the Governor's Cup. The Spaniard defeated Calvin Hemery of France 7-5, 7-5 to win the men's title and carted home $3,000. Lopez Perez showed why he was seeded #1 when he produced a sublime performance to edge out the #2 seed in 1 hour and 45 minutes. In the women's category, Connie Perrin of Switzerland outclassed Deja Majeric of Slovenia 6-3 and 6-3 to claim the title and also won $3,000. Staying with tennis, Russia's Svetlana Kuznetsova has beaten Australian Daria Gavrilova 6-2 and 6-1 to defend her Kremlin Cup title in Moscow and secure a place at the season-ending WTA finals. The 31-year-old fought back immediately from 3-love to claim the first of 10 straight games as she roared to victory in 73 minutes. Her victory is a heartbreaker for Britain Johanna Konta, who held the final spot for the Singapore event but will drop down the ranking. The two-time Grand Slam champion must rush to Singapore for her first round-robin match in the white group against defending champion Agnieszka Radwanska at the Singapore Indoor Stadium on Monday. And to football now, Arsenal's 6-match winning run came to an end against Middlesbrough, but a point was enough to move them to the top of the Premier League table. Scott Arfield's 90th minute winner gave Burnley their third win of the season in a match dominated by Everton. Shadon Shaqiri scored twice as Stoke comfortably won at Hull to move out of the relegation zone. Nigeria striker Ahmed Musa scored his first goal for Leicester City as the champions stretched their unbeaten home run to 20 games. Winston Reid scored a late winner for West Ham to extend Sunderland's losing streak to 9 games. Marcello Lippi, who won the 2006 World Cup with Italy, has come out of retirement to become the new manager of China. The appointment comes after World Cup qualifying losses to Syria and Uzbekistan left the Chinese with virtually no chance of qualifying for Russia 2018. Lippi had 2 spells in charge of the Italian national team. He won 5 Serie A titles and the Champions League with Juventus. He retired from coaching after winning a 3rd straight league title with Chinese side Zhengzhou Evergrande in 2014. And Russian voters have chosen a wolf as their mascot for the 2018 FIFA World Cup. The 3 candidates had reached a shortlist to be chosen as mascots: the wolf, a tiger and a cat. Wolf, designed by student Ekaterina Bocharova, received 51.7% of the vote, while the tiger got 26.8% and the cat only 20.3%. Russia's Deputy Prime Minister Vitaly Mutsko, in his capacity as chairman of the FIFA World Cup Organizing Committee, named the wolf Zabivaka, which means the one who scores. And that's all on Sports News. I'm Kayode Alayande. Harriet will be back in just a moment. Stay with us.
In other news, over 60 people have died and at least 500 others injured in a train accident in Cameroon. The packed Camrail train had been traveling from the capital, Yaoundé, to the port city of Douala on Friday when the incident happened. According to the Communications Minister, Issa Churuma Bakari, work began on Friday night to remove the derailed wagons from the vital rail line, while rescue efforts are still ongoing. U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump has vowed to foil a proposed deal for AT&T Incorporated to buy Time Warner Inc. if he wins the November 8 election. Trump has described the plan as an example of a power structure rigged against both him and voters. He listed his policy plans for the first 100 days of his presidency in a campaign speech in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Desperately to suppress my vote and the voice of the American people. As an example of the power structure I'm fighting, AT&T is buying Time Warner and thus CNN, a deal we will not approve in my administration because it's too much concentration of power in the hands of too few. I am asking the American people to dream big once again. What follows is my 100-day action plan to make America great again. It's a contract between Donald J. Trump and the American voter, and it begins with bringing honesty, accountability, and change to Washington, D.C.
U.S. Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. Well, the U.S. Defense Secretary today made an unannounced visit to Iraq to assess the progress of the offensive against Islamic State militants in Mosul. Mr. Ash Carter arrived in Baghdad after meeting with Turkish leaders in Ankara to define Turkey's role in the operation. Mr. Carter has overseen a steady increase in U.S. troop numbers in Iraq this year. Iraqi forces began a new attempt to recapture the town of Karakosh near Mosul today. The town, which is formerly known for its large Christian population, is said to be largely empty, but ISIS has mined the approaches to Mosul. And the main news again. Anglican Primate Reverend Nicholas Oko today called for the extension of ongoing anti-corruption war beyond the federal level and declared that the fight is an indictment on all citizens. Also today, health workers at the Federal Medical Center Owerri suspended their services as the federal government absolved the hospital's medical director of any wrongdoing as alleged by the health workers. And the death toll from a train accident in Cameroon has risen to 63. That's the news at 10 tonight. Many thanks for staying with us. Have a great weekend. I'm Harriet Agbini. Good night.